Ni hao. Good morning, Philippines. We are here in Beijing, China. Here demonstration of Sun Yat-sen.
So come and let's explore and discover the extraordinary life of a man who changed China's history.
He is Sun Yat-sen.
So come with us. So here in Social, let's start with the brief history of China. Who was the founder of China?
So, Sun Yat-sen, or Pinyin Sun Yat-sen, was born on November 12, 1866. Death, March 12, 1925. A Chinese revolutionary and political leader. As the foremost pioneer of Republican of China, Sun is frequently referred as the father of nations. Sun played an instrumental role in overthrowing the Qin dynasty. In October 1911, the last imperial dynasty of China, he was the first provisional president in the Republic of China, or ROC, was founded in 1912, and the Kuomintang, or KMT, where he served as its first leader. Sun was uniting figure in First Imperial China, and remains unique among 20th century Chinese politicians for being widely revered among the people from both sides of Taiwan.
Although Sun is considered one of the greatest leaders of modern China, his political life was one of the constant struggle and frequent exile. After the success of the revolution, he quickly fell out of the power in the newly founded Republic of China and led successive revolutionary governments as a challenge to the warlords who controlled much of the nation. Sun did not live to see his party consolidate its power over the country. His party, which formed a fragile alliance with the communists, split into two factions after his death. Sun's chief legacy resides in his developing a political philosophy known as the Three Principles of the People. The Three Principles of the People, or San means Zhuyi. These principles included the principle of nationalism, or means Zhu, democracy, or mean Quan, and the people's livelihood, or mean Shen. The principles retained a place in the rhetoric of both Kuomintang and the Chinese Communist Party with completely different interpretations. This difference in interpretation is due partly to the fact that Sun seemed to hold an ambiguous attitude to both capitalist and communist methods of development, as well as due to his untimely death in 1925, before he had finished his now famous lecture series, The Three Principles of the People. In addition, Sun is also one of the primary saints of the Vietnamese religion, Cao Dai.
Sun Yat-sen was born on November 12, 1866, to a Hakkai family in the village of Sunghe, Xiangshan, later Zhongshan, Guangzhou Prefecture, Guangdong Province, or 16 miles north of Macau. As a child, Sun Yat-sen listened to many stories about the Taiping Rebellion from an old Taiping soldier named La Hanyi. After receiving a few years of local school, at age 13, Sun went to live with his elder brother, Sun Mei, in Honolulu. Sun Mei, who was 15 years Sun Yat-sen senior, had emigrated to Hawaii as a laborer and had become a prosperous merchant. Though Sun Mei was not always supportive of Yat Sen's later revolutionary activities, he supported his brother financially, allowing Yat Sen to give up his professional career. Sun Yat-sen studied at the Lolali School, where he learned English, mathematics, and science. Originally unable to speak the English language, Sun Yat-sen picked up the language so quickly that he received a prize for outstanding achievement from Prince David. While at Ayolani, he befriended Tong Pong, who later founded the first Chinese-American bank. After attending Ayolani School, from which he graduated in 1882, Sun enrolled in Ohio College for further studies for 1 semester. He was soon sent home to China as his brother was becoming afraid that Sun Yat-sen was about to embrace Christianity. But he returned to Hawaii at least twice, in 1900 and in 1901. In March 1904, he obtained a certificate of Hawaiian birth, issued by the Territory of Hawaii, stating he was born on November 24, 1870, in Kula, Maui.
He again became premier of the Kuomintang from October 10, 1919 to March 12, 1925. In the early 1920s, Sun received help from Kuomintang for his acceptance of Chinese Communist Party members into his Kuomintang. In 1924, in order to hasten the conquest of China, he began a policy of active cooperation with Chinese communists. By this time, Sun was convinced that the only hope for a unified China lay in a military conquest from his base in the south, followed by a period of political tutelage that would culminate in the transition to democracy. Sun then prepared for the later northern expedition with help from foreign powers until his death. On November 10, 1924, Sun traveled north and delivered another speech to suggest gathering a conference for the Chinese people and the abolition of all unequal treaties with the Western powers. 2 days later, he yet again traveled to Beijing to discuss the future of the country. Despite his deteriorating health and ongoing civil war of the warlords, although ill at the time, he was still head of the southern government. On November 28, 1924, Sun traveled to Japan and gave a remarkable speech on Pan-Asianism at Kobe, Japan. He left Guangzhou to hold peace talks with the northern regional leaders on the unification of China. Sun died of liver cancer on March 12, 1925, at the age of 58 at the Rockefeller Hospital in Beijing. In keeping with common Chinese practice, his remains were placed in the Green Cloud Monastery, a Buddhist shrine in the western hills, a few miles outside of Beijing. Sun Yat-sen remains unique among 20th century Chinese leaders for having a high reputation both in mainland China and in Taiwan. In Taiwan, he is seen as the father of the Republic of China and is known by the posthumous name Father of the Nation, Mr. Sun Zhongshan. His likeness is still almost always found in ceremonial locations such as in front of legislatures and classrooms of public schools from elementary to high school, and he continues to appear in new coinage and currency.